What up, guys? Marvin Kid here, back again. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to another overdue, overdue comic review. Um, Let me explain a little bit of what is going on here now, guys. Remember, guys, I was telling you that I was getting my computer fixed. Well, turns out they couldn't fix it. So my computer went to the big computer heaven in the sky, and now pretty much I'm without a computer right now. But shouldn't be too long before I get another one. Thanks once again to tax refunds. But yeah, should be back really soon with the back to normal in a sense. But thanks to Blood, you know, me bro is letting me use his computer at times so I can upload these. And like I said, because of that, I've been really behind on my reviews. So, but like I said, I'm gonna just put these reviews out no matter what. Even if I'm late, I'm just gonna put them out. And I got this week. This pile is from the final week of January. So once I'll be pretty much that'll be it. And see right here, this is what I got for the final week of January. I got some Marvel, got some DC, three to be exact. Yeah, three. Yeah, three. I think of three. I think it's three or two. I could be wrong. Uh, yeah, I think it's two, and a bunch of indie books. So let's start this off in Marvel, shall we? Um, let's start it off with there we go. Put this down for a second. Okay, there we go. We're gonna start this off with Marvel. Okay, got the Marvel stack right here. Here we go. I'm gonna start it off with Astonishing X, Astonishing Ant-Man, #4. Spencer Rosantas does the artwork, I believe. Interesting cover, if you could see that cover. Once again, guys, like I said, I'm gonna try to review these once again, as even though these books have been out for a while, I'm still gonna review this. Try to review not too much, not too spoil too much for you guys. But in this, Scott is just dealing with a lot, and it's really sad at times to see. It's really sad to see at times to see what Scott's going through. He's trying to do right by his business, and he's trying to keep kind of a low profile in terms of he's literally hiding from Cassie. He wants to keep her safe, and the best means he feels is to keep her keep keep out of her life in a sense. Uh, but that doesn't go really according to plan, really. Um, and we see that Scott is hooking up with the new Beetle, the female Beetle, and she's just like basically it's a booty call. It's like she's in Miami, she comes to get some from him, and he can't. He has this. He even kind of goes on to talk about I can't say no. It's like it's really funny. It's really funny, but um, there's a big confrontation between father and daughter, and wow, really made you really sad to see just exactly the kind of situation that is going on with Cassie and Scott. We also get to see more into the all-new Giant Man, which we're going to see more of in the next issue. But other than that, this was still solid, solid indeed. All right, let's move on to Captain Marvel, #1. This is Faz Zekas Butters and Ankas Wilson. Um, this was good. I very much enjoyed this. The artwork was really beautiful, in my opinion. It really gave you a sense of who Carol is once again. I want to talk about this relationship now between Carol and Rhodey, War Machine. I'm digging it. I'm cool with that. Both come from a military background, so it's cool to have them together. I'm fine with that. I always like seeing interracial couples, and in Marvel we don't got a lot of those. Besides Luke and Jessica, it's cool to see Rhodey and Carol. Bottom line is Carol now is the head honcho of this pretty much this new basically the what replaced Sword basically. Now is Abigail Brand in this? Yes, she is. She is Carol's second in command now, and Carol's got this feeling like Abigail hates her and things like that. She's also there. She's also with Alpha Flight in this. Several Alpha Flight members, Puck, Aurora, and Sasquatch are part of her team, and they're the first line of defense against any that comes after Earth. Now the thing about it is, Carol knew she was going to take this. She knew right away she's not going to be sitting behind a desk. She's going to be in the shit as always. And that's something that we all love and respect about Carol. If she's going to lead somebody, she's not leading from behind a desk or a monitor or something like that. No, she's on the battlefield with her her fellow man and comrades. So, but other than that, this was just a really good setup, and the cliffhanger ending just gave you like okay, wait, okay, what the hell's going on? But other than that, it's good. It's still sad to see that Sword is no longer around, but I think it's still good to see Abigail Brand around. The one of the funny scenes in this is between Carol and Rocket Raccoon. That was really funny. I'm not gonna spoil what that was, but it was fun. All right, let's move on to next. We have Drax #3. Still writing. Writing is by CM Punk and Cullen Bunn. Hepburn does the artwork. Um, Drax is still trying to get off this backwater planet. In the last issue, someone stole, get this, someone stole a former Herald's weapon, Herald of Galactus's weapon. I'm not gonna spoil who that Herald is, but let's just say he carries a big axe. Yeah. And now, so that's pretty much what's going on with that situation. But also, Drax is trying to locate the people of this small town because now they're starting to disappear, and we don't know why. And he's getting frustrated. He's just frustrated. He's like, I want off this goddamn planet. I can't be here. I still have to. My duty is to kill Thanos. Things like that. He is just pissed the fuck off, and uh, when he gets a clue of to who may be taking the people of this planet, oh boy, can I say once again, it's really good to see that Marvel is using this character again. This isn't the first place this character has shown up, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Drax versus a giant alien by the name of Fang, Fang, Foom. Yeah, not bad. Let's move on. Hercules, #4. Abnett, No, this is number 3. Sorry, I'm sorry. Abaddon Ross. This is good. Once again, continue to entertain me with the Prince of Power, the Lion of Olympus, Hercules. That begins with Hercules fighting. Yeah, this cover is legit with Hercules fighting centaurs in Central Park. They come in, they attack Hercules. He does his job as basically dealing with them. It's even to the point where Herc even tells him, like, Herc pulls out a modern weapon on them, and they're just like surprised at that, and he's just like, you guys are too embroiled in the old ways. You got to get with it. Literally, Herc is basically saying, you better get with the times. It's different now. Um, but they come to a compromise because they know that something's coming. Somebody out there, this group is wiping out the old ways. And we also get to see Hercules. One of his friends is badly hurt, and Herc gives finally lays it on to Gilgamesh in this, because Gilgamesh is just sitting around being a couch potato and things like that. He can't really take the modern era, blah blah blah. Gilgamesh, the demigod of Sumerian mythology, and he Herc lets him have it, and to the point it's like you kind of look back, you're like, Herc, maybe you went a little too far with that, but it ends kind of like, oh shit, for Gilgamesh. But other than that, this was still Abney's still doing a good job with this title, and I'm enjoying it very much. All right, let's move on to New Avengers number 5. Yes, people, I'm still reading this. When I start something, I don't really want to drop it, or if I feel like I'm as bad, then I might drop it. But some keeps telling me to stay on this because something might happen, and I don't want to miss it. But it seems like there's another Avengers team. Says 2000 XXX assemble. This Captain America right here, if you can see it right here, that's actually Danielle Cage, the daughter of Luke Cage and uh, Jessica Jones. Um, some of them are older versions of themselves. Like, that's Hulkling right there, right here. In this issue, it takes in the past and also in a possible future, and it would seem that the Avengers, when they dealt with that space age warlock, he left something behind with Wiccan, or no, I shouldn't even call him Wiccan because he changed his name to Demigurg or Demigurg or whatever. It's a stupid name. But in a possible future, it shows that he's gone mad. Wiccans went crazy and he became evil, and he actually was killed Thor. And the other Avengers are battling him. And it kind of goes, and then it's almost to the point now, is this really going to happen in the present? Because Wiccan, I'm going to still keep calling him Wiccan, because Wiccan is starting to show some kind of signs, like the engine's running, but somebody else is behind the wheel, and it's not who we think it is. And Hulkling is seeing that. His boyfriend is seeing that. But other than that, not bad. Not bad at all. Star Wars number 15, Aaron's Mayhew. Yeah! Oh man, this was good. This was good. I very much enjoyed this. First of all, Marvel, sign Mayhew to more books. I love his artwork. His artwork is beautiful. I would love to see his take on some of the Marvel heroes and just not this Star Wars cast. But in this story, you probably read it already, but this story takes place somewhere in between before New Hope, where pretty much Obi-Wan is watching over a young Luke and things like that. Watching him and seeing Luke grow, and with his guardians that basically Obi-Wan left him with. And he's not really interfering with his life, but he is watching over, and people are starting to know that he's around, and it gets weird. It gets really interesting. But I gotta say, guys, the artwork by Mayhew, fucking amazing. It was just great. And like I said, Marvel, keep this guy around. I would love to see him. You put him on a current book now. I mean, his artwork. I looked at his artwork and was like, he could be on any book that you guys got, and it would be just great artwork. But yeah, this right here was good. Last Marvel book, The Uncanny Inhumans. Charles Soule, Steve McNiven. Yeah, good artwork by Mr. McNiven. Good storytelling by Mr. Soule. Sorry guys, I've been watching too much Dashi lately, so but no. This basically, I believe, concludes the first story arc, and it concludes it in a major, monumental way, which focuses on Queen Medusa and Black Bolt's son. And I dig this kid's powers. What he does in this was amazing, especially what he does to Kang the Conqueror. I was blown away what he did to him, because Kang has been going back and he's been trying to restart or even reset the Inhumans history. They go all the way back to the first king of Atalan and all that, and it was really cool to see. Um, and you know, mother and father are just, they want to save their son, because in the last issue they had to do something that they didn't want to do, but they're doing something now that basically could have some ramifications, because you're not really supposed to mess with time, but Kang does it all the time, and so. But man, this was good. What their son does tells Kang to do, I was just like, don't fuck with this kid. And it ends on a happy ending, especially for father, mother, and son. This was good. Not gonna spoil too much. She's also killing it on the Inhuman stuff. This is just good stuff. And McNiven's, I always love Steve McNiven's artwork. Spot. All right, let's move on to the two DC books. Let's start it off with a mini series. This is 1 out of 6. This is Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy, Cycle of Life and Death. Um, you got Chung and Clayman. Clayman, another great artist who, if you want to see some of his great art, go read Ninjak by Valiant. Great artwork over there. But in this issue, it would seem basically in this, what is it looks like is implying is that Pamela Lillian Isley is now trying to turn over a new leaf. She's trying to, she's trying to re-enter society. She's trying to get back into the field that she was prominent in, and she's having a little trouble because she's not really close to people. You know, she's a hybrid. She knows, but she has found like solace in her work. Then enter the girlfriend Harley, and she's just Harley, like just comes off like a really jealous, you know, significant others. Like, you know, you're spending more time with this and not with me and everything. It gets really interesting. But besides that, nothing really bad happens in this, and it ends kind of on a like a who done it mystery, and I guess that's where they're gonna go with this. But other than that, this is solid, very solid. And you talk about more solid. Um, Abaddon is another one. He's just been doing a fantastic job with this this maxi series. We're in the fourth issue now. We have 8 more issues to go, and we're talking about Titans Hunt, number 4. Uh, More indication that there was a Titans team before. They just can't remember. We get to see who the person um, that the team may have faced that has is responsible for this. Um, Donna, Garth, and Dick are really knowing that they do remember. We could see Hawk and Dove, um, Mal Duncan, and Kira Bircher, aka Bumblebee, and Vox, or Harold, or whichever one he's going under, um, and Ganar, and uh, Roy. Funny shit right there. But the one of the great best things that happened in this, because especially with Donna knowing that she knows Dick, and she's like, you remind me, I know you, but you've had many other names, and it ends with something I want to see Dick back as, and you know, you know what, I'm gonna spoil it for you. In the final panel, Dick says to Garth and Donna, wait right here and I'll be right back. He comes back, and what costume is he in? He's in his freaking Nightwing costume. I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, God damn. And it's just like, it was perfect. It ended perfectly. But yeah, this has been getting good. Very good. Do yourselves a favor. If you're not reading this, read it. I'm telling you. If you're a Titans fan like me, and you want the Titans, this Abaddon gives us a sense and an essence of that. All right, let's move on to the indie books. We have 6. Um, I, we're gonna do the indies in alphabetical order from company, and we'll start with Aftershock. And we're going on to Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palomini's second issue of Super Zero. Gabi, you watching this? Yes. This I added this to your poll um, at Midtown. Uh, Drew Droskansky, this little girl, the girl on the cover, she is crazy. She wants so badly to gain superpowers because she feels that something is coming, something bad is about to happen. And the first time she does, she hires a homeless guy to basically do bodily harm to her parents so she can get Batman's like origin. A lot of hints and winks and nods to various comic legends in this. We find out that the homeless man didn't do it. He becomes really close with Drew's mother and father, and they even offer him a tent, you know, some clean his clothes, some food, and everything like that, and he can go, you know, sleep out in the backyard in their backyard. Drew comes up with another idea. She tells her friend, "Okay, I need you to find me spiders." No, yeah, you know where this is going. Her friend is not really doesn't really like spiders, so she gets Drew basically a bag full of another insect, ants. Uh, and the how this so what how did this happen? So how was she able to get it? Well, basically in the beginning we see that Drew is getting beat up, like jumped by three girls, and that already don't really like her too much anyway. And pretty much she uses that idea to go to the nurse or the hospital or whatever so they can take X-rays. Now we all know X-rays have a small uh, sum of radiation that is not harmful to our bodies to a degree. And so this little girl thought, okay, while they're taking pictures of me and seeing if I got anything broken on me, I'm gonna remove the bag, put the ants, and have them get dosed with radiation. And when they bite me, I should gain some kind of powers. This girl does that, and basically that's just what happens to her. You see that cover? See what she looks like on that cover? That's basically it. That's basically what happens to her. So strike two down the drain. She doesn't get radioactive abilities from insects, and Drew's kind of she's just like, oh, she's envisioning her having powers, and more to the point, uh, she's a little upset. She is introduced once again to Wax. That's the homeless guy's name that she hired, and he says, "Okay, you know what?" Because he saw how beat up she was. He's like, he pulls out like a bunch of weapons and says, "I'm gonna teach you how to fight." So I'm like, okay, does this feel like this feels a little bit like a Daredevil or Elektra origin for Miss Straczynski, and I'm just like, this comic is a trip, and this is Amanda Connor and Palmiani's baby. They created this, and just good stuff. Sick. The Spirit, what is this? Number 7. Matt Wagner still doing a good job with the Spirit. Basically, guys, somebody puts a hit out on the Spirit. And it's up to the Spirit to figure out who and why. That's pretty much it. Don't want to spoil too much. It's basically a great, fast-paced who done it, why, what, where, that kind of situation. But I dig the cover. If you can get a look at that cover, I'm sorry about the glare, but yeah, this is not bad. Will Eisner's baby. All right, move on from Dynamite to what is this? What comic company is it? Shoot. I'm forgetting the name of the company, but Plus Ultra. Plus Ultra number 1. John Hughes, Matthew Weldon does the artwork. Good artwork. Storytelling is basically, the way I look at it is, girl gains superpowers, gets fame and fortune in a sense. She becomes really famous, but she's still kind of like about it because she's still kind of miserable. Um, and of course, because of what she looks like, the whole thing of sex sells. Yeah, that plays a factor. Is this a mature book? No, it's not. Um, but she comes across a villain that is able to uh, humiliate her in a sense, has electrical powers, and she's like superhuman. Like everything about her endurance, her durability, everything is super. And it's just the name that really kind of bugs me. Plus Ultra, but other than that, this was solid. All right, moving on to Valiant, and we're going off with Wrath of the Eternal Warrior, Robert Venditti, Raul Allen. Gallet is broken free of his captives in the underworld after being tortured and things like that, and now he's on his quest to get back to the living, you know, and that's pretty much a lot of trials and tribulations. He's a lot of obstacles in his way, and that's pretty much it, you know. But still solid. Uh, but it makes me wonder how he's going to get out of this labyrinth that is for the fourth issue. But number 3 of Wrath of the Eternal Warrior. Good. Move on to Vertigo, and we're talking about the Clean Room, number 4. Gail Simone, Davis Hunt. Gail, Auntie Gail, you know I love you very much. And this book right here continues to just keep me attracted and glued to it, but also at the same time, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, we're seeing all kinds of craziness that's happening in this, and from the main characters to this character to the supporting cast, you know, where the whole clean room began and who started it. And yes, this is for mature readers. There's brief nudity in this one, but man, it just like, what the fuck? And it just makes you go, like, wait, what did I just read? You know, this is a horror, right? And I'm just like, yeesh. And in that last page, what I saw, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what the hell? It just is crazy. But Clean Room, it's keeping me glued, Miss Simone. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like I can't take it anymore. It's like, you gotta tell me what the hell is going on. And you're still in Vertigo, and we're on Lucifer number 2. Black and Garbett Garbett does the artwork in this, and pretty much it's Lucifer and Gabriel. They travel to hell, and hell is being ruled by somebody else now, female, and basically Gabriel and Lucifer are looking for clues into who is making God so unhealthy that God may die. A lot of just moments in this as well, but we get to see some good action between Gabriel uh, and Lucifer, and seeing who is ruling hell now. Gabriel knows kind of well, and I'll just say it's a female, but not bad. And we're ending this style pretty much on from Udon Comics with Street Fighter Unlimited number 2. Yes, Street Fighter 5 just came out. But in this issue, Guile and Chung and Cammy are still looking into the secret organization, which pretty much is the organization that is run by Gil. Yeah, that fucker's in this. And they're also looking for Chung Li, who's MIA. But we saw where Chung Li is in the first issue. In the meantime, we're getting to see Ken with the help of his family. Because in this they say Eliza, Ken's beloved wife, is related to Guile, so making Guile and Ken, I believe, cousins or so. But Guile needs his help, and they're dealing with Balrog. Balrog runs a legitimate business that's still kind of for shadow law, and he goes when they do that. You know, it's kind of a looks like it's gonna just be talk, but then action. This Street Fighter, something's gonna go down. So finally, we get to see a fight between Balrog and Ken, and basically the fight went exactly kind of way I thought it was gonna go until Balrog pulls this just a, and I read that I'm like, you just crossed the line, you dumb fool. And basically, what he says is, to Ken, he's like, when I'm done with you, maybe I'll go pay your old lady a visit and show her what a real man look. And I was like, oh, you just fucked up. And Ken said my exact words, not all of them, but he's just like, you had to go there. And just Ken nearly beat the living hell so badly out of Bard that he nearly falls out of the window of his building. And luckily, Cammy was there to grab him from dying, and it goes from there, more into looking into trying to find out other members of the lieutenants of Shadow Law. So next they'll be going off to Spain to find you know Vega, Mister obsessed with blood, and then that's the main story. The backstory with Necro was interesting because we get to see that little blonde girl that's with Necro from Street Fighter 3, what her deal is. And it was just like, holy shit. But the next issue is about the strongest woman in the Street Fighter universe world, Chun-Li. And I'm looking forward to it. Good stuff. The Street Fighter books have always been good, guys. Well, guys, that is it for those books. Stay tuned, guys. I'll be back soon to give you the books. Uh, no, these are the books that came out for the 27th, I think. But yeah, I'll have these books ready. A review up for these books. A couple Marvel, 3 DC, and a lot of indie. So I will have these books up soon. You get to see what I think of books like Ghostbusters International, Red Agent. What did I think of books like for Marvel? Let's just pull one Marvel book. What did I think of Daredevil? And we'll pull out another indie book. What did I think of the next issue of Black Magic? And one DC. What did I think of issue 4 of Superman, Lois, and Clark? Yeah, those are some of the books. Just a little preview. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching. You know where you can find me. Do I really have to tell you? No. And other than that, this is Mama the Kid saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep real, guys. I'll catch you guys on a flip-flop. As always, holla at your boy. Yeah! Like I said, guys, I've been watching Dashi too much. Yeah, too much Dashi.